Life often feels like a series of riddles, doesn't it? Each decision, each twist of fate seems to whisper lessons hidden in plain sight. But what if I told you that the key to understanding life's puzzles lies not in what happens to us, but in how we choose to perceive it? Today, I invite you to embark on a journey through three extraordinary tales, stories of a king haunted by his dreams, a prisoner defying his fate, and a farmer transformed by loss. These aren't just tales to pass the time. They're reflections of life's deepest truths, guaranteed to challenge the way you think and inspire the way you live. So stay with me until the end, because the wisdom in these stories might just change the way you see your own life. Let's begin. Once a king had a strange dream. He saw all his teeth falling out and scattering everywhere. Waking up troubled, he called his royal astrologer and shared the dream, asking for its meaning. After thinking for a while, the astrologer replied, "Your Majesty, the meaning of this dream isn't good. It foretells that all your family members will die one by one, and you will witness all their deaths." The king, furious at this interpretation, ordered the astrologer to be imprisoned. The next day, the king called another astrologer and narrated the same dream. This astrologer, being wise, said, "Your Majesty, this is a wonderful dream. It means you will have the longest life in your family, outliving all your loved ones." Hearing this, the king was overjoyed and rewarded the astrologer with riches. The meaning of the dream was the same, but the way it was communicated made all the difference. This story teaches us that how you say something is often more important than what you say. A man sentenced to death was asked about his final wish. He insisted on speaking to the king. When brought before him, the prisoner said, "Your Majesty, I have a rare skill. I can teach your horse to fly. If I die, this skill will be lost forever. Grant me 2 years to train the horse, and if I fail, you can execute me." The king, intrigued, agreed to the deal. Later, a fellow prisoner asked him, "Why did you make such a ridiculous promise? You can't even ride a horse, let alone make it fly." The man smiled and replied, "I gained 2 more years of life. In this time, the king might die, the horse might die, or who knows, I might even succeed. Life always offers possibilities if we keep trying. This story reminds us never to give up, even in impossible situations. Sometimes buying time can open unexpected doors. An old man and his son once sought shelter at a poor farmer's house during their journey. The farmer's livelihood depended on a single buffalo, which provided milk for their needs. The old man noticed the farmer's barren fields and dilapidated house, but said nothing. Late at night, he secretly took the buffalo, led it to a cliff, and pushed it off. Years later, the son, now grown, passed by the same area and saw a flourishing farm with abundant crops, fruit orchards, and a beautiful house. Shocked, he asked the farmer how his life had changed so drastically. The farmer explained, "After losing the buffalo, we had no choice but to farm. We sold everything to buy seeds, worked hard, and rebuilt our lives. Losing the buffalo was the best thing that ever happened to us." This story teaches us that sometimes what we cling to as essential might actually hold us back. Let go of your buffalo and embrace change for growth. Each of these stories carries a profound lesson. Whether it's about improving communication, staying hopeful in adversity, or letting go of limiting beliefs, they all encourage us to think differently and act wisely. Life is full of challenges, but every challenge hides an opportunity. Keep learning, keep growing, and don't be afraid to take bold steps forward.